Hey, frivolous purchase day again. This is it's LEAP instrument made by LEAP Electronic Test and Measuring Instrument by LEAP Electronics Co. And I'll let you in on a secret if you're not sure who made this thing. It's made by LEAP. If we look over here on the second camera I have now set up, so we can get some more interesting shots. It is an EEPROM eraser, model number LER-121A. What these things used to be used for was, or are used for, is for erasing EEPROMs, as it says on the box. An EEPROM is an erasable, programmable, read-only memory, EEPROM. These were used before we had flash memory and electronically erasable, or EEPROM. And yeah, you'd write it once, and you'd have to use ultraviolet light to erase it. What they had was the chip had a quartz window on the top. You'd write your memory, or write your program or whatever in there, put it in your circuit and use it as you would normally. But then if you ever had to do a revision or fix some bugs or erase a thing and reprogram it for any reason, you put it into one of these, blast it with the ultraviolet. That ultraviolet will then erase the chip, and after 15-20 minutes or so, you pull it out and you can reprogram it. So because I play with a bit of old stuff, I thought I'll get one of these, and this came up for a good price. These aren't actually made anymore, I don't think. It's an old piece of equipment, but it's come in really good condition, better condition than I thought. The box is almost brand new. So we'll open that up. We have the manual here, LER-121A. There's a 123A, which looks like a bigger unit. It slides out this way rather than this way. But this is the one we've got here, and there it is. So there's our tray with some anti-static foam in there. We have got what would be the power supply, I guess. Yep, a wall wart power supply. AC adapter, that's a center negative, or nasty center negative, DC 9 volts at half an amp. You can see that just there. Center negative. Why would you do center negative? And there is our unit. So let's get this out of the way. And there it is. So you can see in the end there, that there is where our slide goes in, and there will be, oh, and I was ticking away because I've turned that dial, there would be a UV tube in there, and there is. I'll try and get that in the shot, but it's pretty dark in there. You might not be able to see it. Got a light there. It's ticking away because I've turned the dial. So that's a mechanical dial, and it looks like we've got just a little inverter circuit inside there, and a micro switch, so it won't turn on until this is fully inserted. Yeah, I can hear that clicking as I put it in. So let's pull this thing apart, see what we got inside, and then we'll see if it works. I hope so, because it looks brand new. Here we go for the reveal. That's all she wrote. Not much going on in there at all. So you can see here we got the tube along here. We'll have a bit of a close look at that in a sec. We've got the timer module. I'm not going to open that up because that's going to be clockwork and I don't want to bust the spring and whatever, but it's just two contacts coming out, and that's all it's got. So when you turn it away from the zero position, those contacts will close, and it'll give a complete circuit. Once it turns back around to zero, then it will open and turn off your circuit. We've got the circuit going on here. It's got a standard thing, transformer and some capacitors and resistors, and that's going to be like a oscillator going on there. We've got the transistor. What is that? A D880. And it looks like most of the components are actually labeled. Like they got this resistor is a 1K. We've got a 680 ohm there, 100 microfarad there. What capacitor we got? Forever brand. Oh, that's all right. I'll never have to swap them out because they'll last forever. Yeah, right. Forever brand. I've never seen that before. There's our micro switch, which turns it on and off when we put the tray in. So that tray slides along here, hits that micro switch, and then it will allow the whole thing to turn on, the light to turn on. We got this green thing here as well. That's just so that you can see the ultraviolet. So that will be filtering out the UV, being green, and plastic. The plastic itself probably has the UV filtering properties, and you can just see the glow in there because there'll be a bit of a purple and blue element to this this light. And you can just see that the light is actually on without having to take the tray out and pull the tray out and it turns off. But that's just a visual indicator. And we've got a red LED on the top there. That just illuminates when you've got power plugged in. So when you plug the power supply in, that will turn on red to show that, yep, we've got power ready all to go. You turn your dial. Then once your tray is in with your chips sitting here, hits that micro switch, turns on the light, and then you can see it through the little green thing there. Will kind of light up. So we'll have a look at that in a sec as well. But this tube, I'll pull that out because I might give this tube a clean as well. It's a germicidal lamp, Sanyo Denki. So Sankyo Denki, ultraviolet, made in Japan, 4 watt. And according to the manual, what do we got? It's UV source wavelength, 2537 degrees A. I've got no idea how to convert that, but I'll put it on screen. I'll do some conversions via Google, and I'll put the wavelength on the screen. The intensity is 5,000 microwatts per square centimeter, and it's a GL-4 tube. Good for 3,000 hours apparently. So I'm going to give this a bit of a wipe down, and with some isopropyl alcohol, just so it's nice and clean. Put it back in there, and we will see how it works. See how the ultraviolet goes. I'm not going to run it open on the bench. Well, maybe for a second because I don't want to get a sunburn. But we'll just visually check that it works, and then I'll put it back together and see how it goes. Okay, we've got power set up. I'm not going to look at this thing directly because I value my eyesight without having cataracts to deal with later in life. So I will turn this timer on, and there we go. You can see that's glowing. So that's the UV going on. I'm going to turn that straight off because that's all we need to see, that it is actually working, and I don't want to get a cancerous sunburn. Unplug that there. And I'll put this thing back together, and then I'll show you what it looks like looking through the end there, because we'll see that light up after a fashion. I can actually do it now. It looks like nothing actually. I can't even see it. That is on. Oh no, that's not on. That is on. Ah yeah, you can just see it. I'll turn the lights off. So you can, I can't get too close, but if I turn that off, yeah, you can see that. So that's our indicator that the ultraviolet inside is working. So I'm just turning that on and off. Yeah, so that is doing the job. That will be a nice bit of kit. So that's all we got. This one's only a small video, just showing you what these things are all about. So that's it. It's working. Thumbs up. I'm not going to touch this or mod it in any way. It's a very simple tool for a very simple job. Blast things with ultraviolet, and there we go. So that's the old model LER-121A Leap Electronics EEPROM eraser. All right, guys. I hope you found that at least a little bit interesting. Stick around. We'll have some more videos for you, and we'll see you next time.